Call to order the Wednesday, May 14th Conservation Commission meeting at 6 p.m. In attendance, Thomas O'Brien, Elizabeth Stoughton, and Megan Logan. First order of business is the approval of minutes from the 4/9/2025 session. Did everybody have a chance to read them?
Yes.
Any comments or adjustments need to make? Motion to approve.
So moved. I'm making the motion to approve the minutes of
4/9.
4/9.
All those in favor?
Need a second?
Or do we need?
Second.
Yeah.
Enough for
Just second.
Need a
Okay.
second?
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Awesome. Next up is project monitoring, EO 2025-01, the stream alteration. This is the sheep farmer. Did you guys have a chance to read everything that Alex found out about this? Comments. Basically, it is jurisdictional because of the up gradient that exists. So they will have to file an NOI if they want to keep the, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is they did.
Stream crossing.
Stream crossing, they'll have to file an NOI if they want to keep it.
Okay. And if they choose to remove it, it can be done through the enforcement order. They don't need to go through a notice of intent.
You know, I was looking at that thing and I don't think there's any flow in that. I think that's the water table.
Yeah.
The bottom of that stream is the water table. Some
Right.
parts of the year, like right now, we've been getting a lot of rain.
Right.
And when it gets dry, the water table drops and then it's,
And then it dries up, sure.
so they gotta come in for an NOI.
If they want to keep it, but if they want to keep it, they also got to go through the DPW, and we don't know what the DPW is going to ask for. So ideally, everybody should be on the same page so it doesn't cause time and money later. And I know that Mark and the DPW has reached out a couple times, and I just got that individual who was with James, Ryan's number. I got it this afternoon, so I'm going to call him and see where we're at with that process.
So what's the order then? Get permission from the DPW, so there's.
Yeah, get permission from them and know exactly what they need from them, and then come to us with like a full proposal. So nothing has to be changed mid permitting process.
Sounds good.
Everything the DPW wants needs to be in the NOI. That
Right.
makes it easier.
That makes it way cheaper for them.
Right. So you sent the notification of that?
So they know because the DPW's reached out a couple of times. They're aware, but they haven't heard back. So I'll reach out myself again and see where they're at with that process.
So there's nothing we need to do tonight to.
No, just an update on where we are with it is all it is.
But what happens if they decide to get rid of it? What did you say?
We can do it through the enforcement order, so they don't have to like submit a notice of intent to.
The enforcement order. Okay.
I have a feeling they're gonna want to keep it just because that's their only way in
Right.
properties.
Yeah. Okay.
Next was the enforcement order 2025-04, the dumping into the brook.
That's behind the shopping center?
Yeah, this is pictures, so
Oh, I've been down there.
it's all clean. They cleaned it.
Oh,
It's beautiful down there. The new owners of the plaza, they got the enforcement order and they took care of it.
Really? It was
Yeah.
a mess. It was a
It's,
bloody mess.
no, it's gorgeous. I walked
Oh,
down there.
awesome.
Yeah, look at that. It's beautiful. And they have a new plan in place
That's
for
awesome.
keeping it clean and everything. Like there's nothing down there.
when
They assured us this won't happen again. So
They took over, I guess, about a year ago, right?
about a year ago, and they haven't been there much yet. And
Yeah.
so now their property management knows that the bank is to be cleaned as well. So they just expanded it over the side, and they're gonna keep up with it now. So we shouldn't have this issue moving forward.
Like I walked down there and I'm like, oh my
Were they
gosh,
bringing some Sherpas?
beautiful. Like,
oh, nice.
they tied people
You know
up
what
to
a
the
Sherpa is?
guardrail and they walked down
They're
the
the
hill. and moved
native
all the
people
trash
that
out.
help like people summit.
Like for.
Gotcha.
And
like
then
the
sold off on the
assistance and-
guardrail because the bank.
They did say they had people literally tied up to the railing and go
Yeah.
down.
It's
That bank
it's
is
such a steep bank,
yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
there's no good ending to that fall.
No.
Cobblestones and water.
Yeah, all the, what do you call them? All the dumpsters were cleaned up and
Right.
the actual road back there was clean and it was
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah,
So how long after you sent that notice did they?
It must have been really quick because I got a phone call 2 weeks ago, I think,
yeah,
from her saying it was done. So,
which is crazy that she just went and did it and they didn't even call and say,
right,
hey, we got it, but they took care of it. for
yeah,
us.
I think they were worried about fines, so they just, they gotta move on.
Which is awesome.
But it also went viral. There were several, even, I mean, I don't even live here, and on my Facebook, it even came up like viral posts about the dumping back there.
Really?
A couple of them,
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Guess they heard about it then. All right.
Okay, nice.
Then next, you will need to vote on this next one. It's, the enforcement order 2022-01, the alteration at 383 Porter Road. So, if you read the email, basically, I think we talked about this last week. We agreed that, we will drop the suit against Carlin, so that the property can be sold as long as the new owner agrees, it'll be all in writing, that they have 30 days to submit a restoration plan within 30 days of closing. But if the property does not sell, then Carlin understands we have the right to refile suit against him.
And the suit's only dropped if an actual buyer comes forward. So if you agree to drop it today, it doesn't to my understanding from what the lawyer said is it doesn't just get dropped. Okay.
Yep. It's dropped only if there's a buyer.
Right. And then the enforcement order will just transfer to the new buyer.
So what are we voting on? A motion to
Yeah, so
accept
right
these
here,
conditions?
motion to dismiss the lawsuit against Tim.
Right, but-
Without prejudice with noted.
We're gonna want to read both of these into record if you're agreeable to them, to these conditions.
Well, yeah, so as long as the new owner is gonna take on the
Right.
Enforcement order.
enforcement order, or if the sale doesn't go through, then it's still on, the suit will be refiled against Carlin.
Yes, yep.
Yeah. So as long as, yeah, just if we read these two in and then everybody is agreeable, we can make the motion with the conditions noted.
Want me to read it in?
Yes, please. That'd
So-
be amazing.
So can I make the motion with these conditions?
Just read the conditions first and then you all will agree to them and then we'll make the motion with conditions noted.
All right, conditions. Any new / prospective owner shall acknowledge in writing that he, she will file a restoration plan in accordance with the conditions set forth by the commission in the enforcement order issued to Timothy Carlin on November 10, 2022, within 30 days of the date of closing. Filing of dismissal without prejudice shall be contingent upon receipt of a signed statement from Timothy Carlin acknowledging that if the sale of 383 Porter Road falls through, the commission will be permitted to refile the suit without any objection from him. Do I read this lower part?
After you all say you agree with these conditions.
I agree with them.
I agree with them.
I agree with it. So I make a motion to accept said conditions and to dismiss the lawsuit against Timothy Carlin without prejudice and with the noted conditions aforeread. That sound right?
Sounds great.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Great. Thanks, guys. Next, just planning and community development staff report. Do we have anything else?
Just one quick thing to note, Summers Road, 896 Summers Road with the vernal pool, farm pond,
Oh, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
Forest Garden, Forest Mart.
they are about to submit a site plan for their new venue. I'm not sure what it is exactly, whatever it is. So they're prioritizing that. We don't have a formal enforcement order for them, so we have no binding way to make them comply by said date. So at some point, I think it might be wise if we want them to restore that area to formally issue an order so we have a binding date. Just something to consider moving forward. That's all I've got for that.
You looking for that tonight or you want to wait?
No, just,
Boards here and,
I don't have anything drafted yet. I just wanted
yeah,
to,
with something written and drafted.
I wanted to see if you were interested and receptive to that.
We probably need something in writing just so that it does get restored and not,
Right.
Forgotten about.
bulldozed or forgotten about exactly.
Yeah, that appears to be the direction we're going in, so.
Would we wait for them to? What's the next step for that?
Well, they were supposed to submit what they wanted to do with
That's what I
it.
thought.
Right,
And,
So I'm
but
wondering
because
why.
there's nothing official in place,
we have no like teeth to really make them fix it
Yeah.
right now, because,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
so, they talk a lot with Rob, the planner, but I haven't heard anything from them, so, and again, they're about to submit, so they have everything together. So it's just food for thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. they're probably-
I'll draft something for the next meeting and you,
Yeah, that sounds good. At least so that we have something on file, like, maybe
Right.
they have so that we need to file a plan with us, if what they want to do. at
right,
least,
yeah,
Just so we know. I mean, and if it's like, hey, we're not gonna touch it for another year, okay, great. We know that then. That's great. But at least we have something. Yeah.
So you're gonna give us a staff report?
that is,
That's it?
that was it, yeah.
That's all we had.
All right.
I will make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 6:11 PM.
So moved.